New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
And hello again, dear ones. Reverend Robert with you here on a Sunday evening. It's 8:15 on the Mountain Time Zone, and that means it is time for our evening prayers going out all across the globe, all across the planet, and beyond. Part of our New Thought Media Network spiritual practice programming. So grateful that you're with us here this evening. I don't know about you, but I've had a great weekend. Even though my beloved is traveling and visiting with her family, her sister, and so it's just me and the kids. However, it's been a great weekend nonetheless, and I got to spend my morning with Center for Spiritual Living Denver. I tell you, Reverend LZ pulled one out of the hat today on talks on the vulnerability. So I encourage you and invite you to go over and check that out on the CSL Denver channels and platform as well. For those that might be just with us for the very first time this evening, this is a Science of Mind style spiritual mind treatment. When we use the word prayer around here, we're not talking about begging and beseeching. We're not getting down on a bended knee. We're not trying to get some far off power in the sky, some guy in the sky with a white beard to interject on behalf of our desires. We are affirming the truth as we know it, and sometimes even allowing for a bit of a revelation in the process of it as well. I don't say this often, but I have found spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer, a new thought style, an affirmative prayer. I have found that to be so incredibly transformative in my life. And every day, morning, noon, and night, I even have a little thing I do that it's much like the Muslim tradition of 5 times of prayer, 5 prayers a day. 1 in the morning, 1 mid-morning, 1 after lunch, just after lunch, 1 in the evening for dinner, and then 1 at the end of the night as well. So that's where we are. We're at the end of a Sunday. It's time for my 5th prayer, at least, for the day. I invite you to join me in that. So let's raise up. Let's raise up. I want to raise up a vibration of excitement for the possibility of what happens tomorrow, of what this week holds, of the newness that's happening on the planet, of the the joy that's happening, the healing that's happening. But it's in that sense of excitement for what comes next. That's where I want to be tonight. So if you're with me and you're in a comfortable place, in a safe space to close your eyes, I invite you to please do so. And join in a moment. A moment of coming together to recognize the one. To recognize one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence that's moving and breathing and having its being as all of life. one self-existent cause that is forever taking on form and experience and abandoning those forms, those experiences, in order to take on new form, new experience. There is not two, there is not three, there is no duality, there is no us and them, there is no good and evil, there is the absolute, there is good, there is us, the one. There is the unity of all life. Whether we know it or not, whether we recognize it or not, whether we like it or not, we are all deeply, deeply connected. Deeply, we are one. One life, one power. In billions of ways, in billions of heartbeats, in billions of perspectives, and yet every single one an avenue to the divine. With 7 billion, 8 billion or more people on this planet, then that means there's 8 billion or more ways to get to know the one, to get to God, to get to the divine, to experience and express, to experience within ourselves and express out into the world this magnificent sense of oneness, this magnificent deep knowing that there are no limits to the good we may experience, that there is no limitation to how we may experience it, that we are each a divine emanation through which God reveals itself better and better, more perfectly, more amazingly every day. In joyous ways, in exciting ways, in awe-inspiring ways. So as I close this day, as I come to the end of this day, I am in a place of absolute excitement, absolute joy for what happens tomorrow, what happens next. Transcending the sense of time and space on this planet, what's going to happen now in this next moment that leads me to the next moment and the next, and makes tomorrow a glorious celebration of life, that makes this evening a glorious celebration of life. That sense and that excitement of coming to know that deeply we are one. And so where I am, you must be, and where you are, I must be. Wherever God is, we all must be. In consciousness. So I know that as I lift up my own life, as I lift up my own awareness, as I lift up my own consciousness, that those around me, those touched by my vibration, are lifted up as well. And as one lifts up one, then another gets lifted up, and we change that, and two by two, and more and more and more, we move ourselves into a greater and greater and greater experience that we are connected. We are the one. We are joy in form. We are excitement in form. We are love incarnate. And our work, if you will, the invitation, if you will, is to take this joy, take this excitement, and transmute it, receive it, and amplify it out into the world. To be the living demonstration of this truth, to be a living demonstration of the oneness that is revealing itself right here, right now. To be prosperity, to be healthy, to be joyous, to be excited, to be in that sense of anticipation, that gooey sense of yes. Oh, yes, whatever comes my way, I say yes, and I step into that with a joyous heart, with a positive attitude, with an optimistic look that says, here too is God. And look, there too I see God. And over here, hey, there's God too. Everywhere my eyes land, I see the divine. And I breathe that in. I call that into my own awareness. I call that into my own beingness, so I may be a better steward of this joyous experience, so I may be a better demonstration of this joyous life, of this one life, so I may be a living demonstration of the good that God inherently is. That's what's happening. Moment by moment by moment by moment. As my life, as your life, as the lives of everyone, everywhere, whether they know it or not, whether I know them or not. See, together, collectively, in this moment, through this prayer, we're raising up a rippling vibration. We're raising up a rippling vibration of love and light and beauty, truth and health and wealth and well-being and abundance and prosperity. And that vibration must ripple out across the cosmos, and it must touch each and every one in some way. Those that hear these words touched a little closer to the center of the ripple. Those that only feel a slight vibration a little farther away. And yet all of life is touched by the vibration that we raise up here this evening. That we each raise up in our own prayer work throughout the day, throughout our lives. And so I am thrilled to overflowing with this sense of excitement, this sense of knowing, this deep sense of love for all life. Because I know it's all God. I know there is good revealing itself in this moment. And so I lift up this prayer. I lift it up to that universal law that must demonstrate, according to the words and the beliefs held here this day, with a grateful heart, with a deep sense of gratitude, that it is through my voice that the divine reminds, that the divine reveals itself, grateful to know that the divine is on the job here, and it's not mine to make any of this happen. I get myself out of the divine circuits and let the divine do what it does. Let God do what it does. Create and make it so. And so again, I release this word into that law, into that dynamic, universal law of creation that must return this word fulfilled, that cannot return this word void. By its very nature, the universal one is already acting upon this prayer and bringing it into form and making it so. And so I get out of the way and I let it be. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you, dear ones, for being with us here on a Sunday evening. I trust you have a great rest of your night. We'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, with the morning prayer. Morning visioning. Monday morning visioning starts at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and then into our regular programming. So please plan to join us for that tomorrow morning. There it is. Monday morning visioning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time, live right here on the New Thought Media Network. All right, I'm Rev Robert. I'm going to get out of here for now. I want to thank you for being with us. I want to thank you for being a part of what we're doing. I want to thank you for your donations and all your support in making sure that we get this programming out across the globe, get it into the eyes, the ears, the hearts, and the minds of everyone we possibly can. Because that's what's going to make a difference in bringing around a world that works for all. I'm Rev Robert. I'm going to get out of here for now. Until next time, I love you. I can't wait to hug you. And I wish you the great big basket of peace and deep, deep blessings. Until next time, folks, take care. I love you.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network. Come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings. On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then.